our first clue here is that we're being given an exponential function. And those are in the format of a times b to the x, where a is the starting amount, b is the way it changes, and x is the number of times that all happens. And they're giving us information for 3 of those 4 things. They're telling us that the starting amount is $36,100. They're also telling us that after a certain number of years, it comes out to $68,071.93. So let's write that a little more neatly. $68,071.93. Now, we don't know what it's changing by, but the number of times that this is happening is 13, because 13 years are going by, and t is the number of years. So we've got an equation with a lot of stuff, and we can go ahead and just divide by the 36,100 on both sides. And when you divide that 68,000 by the 36,000, roughly, but when you plug them exactly like that into your calculator, you get 1.885 with some continuing decimals. And that equals right now b to the 13th. Now, b is to the 13th power, and the opposite of taking something to the 13th power is taking the 13th root of that. If you're pretty good with your calculator and you know how to take a 13th root, great. And if not, know that a 13th root is the same as something to the 1/13 power. So, a square root is the same as our number to the 1/2 power, because there's an invisible number 2 there. A cube root is the same as our number to the 1/3 power. And in this case, a 13th root is the same as our number to the 1/13th power. So what is that 1.885 number to the 1/13th power? Now, for the record, I'm not putting 1.885 into my calculator. I'm calling up that long decimal that we got, because I'd rather not round until the very end. But we're taking the 13th power of that complicated number there, and it'll give us 1.049, and the decimals go on from there. But that is 1.05, and we were looking for what number was going to be in this spot, and we're finding that that number is 1.05, which means it could only be answer choices A or B right now. And we had the 36,100 right here. So that is our starting number. So the one that has everything is answer choice A.